1 in 5 Americans have nothing saved for retirement. And it's funny, like I just started working with a client with a very healthy income, and she's qualified for a 401k for 2 years, but hasn't taken the step to open one, much less like actually be contributing and taking advantage of her 5% employer match. And the reason is exactly like you mentioned. Like when we haven't taken the time to invest time or energy and resources into our financial literacy, we end up doing like what we saw modeled essentially. And it's not that like our parents or families didn't care. Oftentimes, especially for my clients, my community, it's that their parents were so busy trying to put food on the table, there really wasn't anything left over. So now investing 401ks and like Roth IRAs, like it seems really nebulous, really almost like scary. We tend to like fear what we don't know. Or maybe there's this narrative of like investing is like gambling, it's too risky. You know what I mean? And so when I see that, like I validate that experience, like, hey, like that reality exists, but like let's also understand what investing is. Like, what does this actually mean? What does it mean to have a 401k and a tax advantage account? What does it mean to have an employer match contribution? Like, at the end of the day, like knowledge is power. And like, it's so important to remind the people that you're working with that like, hey, the shift happens when like you become that example. Like at the end of the day, investing in your future, it's not just about numbers, it's also about changing your family's like narrative, creating stability, and like modeling what's possible for the next generation. So like that was a huge inspiration for creating Wealth Rising. Like I wanted to bridge the gap to make investing feel clear, to feel accessible, and to help people step into the being that example for their family, because at the end of the day, it's not that we had bad examples of money, it's that the situation was different. But now that we have the option to become financially literate and to be investing, like by all means, let's like seize that opportunity.